Okay, so here is a quick tutorial to show you how to get to Ovid's Health and Psychosocial Instruments and the Mental Measurements Yearbook. So those two resources provide different information, and I'll talk about that when we get to the resource. So from the library's main page, which is at southalabama.edu/departments/library, or you can get to it from any university website by clicking on libraries. So here we are at the Marks Library main page. Underneath library resources, the gray box right here, there's a link to all of the databases and e-reference resources we subscribe to. So we'll click on that. We want to get to Ovid because Ovid is the platform that provides us access to health and psychosocial instruments as well as mental measurements yearbook. So let's click on the O, and then we'll click on Ovid databases in the alphabetical list. Ovid provides access to a number of different databases. The two that we are interested in are Health and Psychosocial Instruments and Mental Measurements Yearbook. So I'm going to give an overview of them separately because they do different things. We'll click on Health and Psychosocial Instruments and then click OK. So I need to find some keywords. I'll do a sample search using self-regulation and learning. Notice that I put the and, A-N-D, in uppercase letters. That's because I'm telling it to treat and as a Boolean search term. So I'm going to get articles on from Health and Psychosocial Instruments that include both the terms self-regulation and learning. And then I'll click on Search. And it kind of looks like nothing happened, but here the search results are presented at the top. There are 10 results. I can either click on Display Results or actually just scroll down and see the results here. So there are 10 results here, and you can read the title of the instrument that's being reviewed and discussed. There's a self-efficacy for self-regulation learning scale, story writing self-efficacy. So you could go through all of these looking at them. Strategies for self-regulated learning, the self-regulation questionnaire. This is the one by Grolnick and Ryan, which is a derivative of the one that I have used before. And so let's just go to Strategies for Self-Regulation and Learning Survey. And then over here on the right-hand side, I can click Find Citing Articles. So this is something that is offered by Health and Psychosocial Instruments. That's not offered by Mental Measurements Yearbook. So if I click on Find Citing Articles, I'll be presented with a list of articles that we have access to that are listed here. There are 4 results that have used or cite this particular questionnaire or survey. So I could read each of these articles and see how they used it, how they used the instrument. So we'll go back, and then we're back to our list, and I want to go down and click on Self-Regulation Questionnaire. If I click on the Self-Regulation Questionnaire, it gives me some publication information about the questionnaire. It does not give me access to the actual questionnaire. I do believe this particular questionnaire, which is maybe an older version of self-regulation, is available at the selfregulation.org website. But even if you tried to order this from Iliad, these instruments are very, very expensive, and we don't generally provide support to the actual instrument. Often you can contact the authors of the instrument and ask them if you can use it if you're doing doctoral level or graduate level research. Okay, so that's how you would use the health and psychosocial instruments. If you want to get an actual review of an instrument, then let's start that over. We'll go back to the library's main web page, go down to databases and e-reference. We're going back to Ovid and click O, Ovid databases. And you can access these subscription resources at home just by logging in with your J number and your Jagmail password. This time we're going to look at Mental Measurements Yearbook. So I put a check mark by Mental Measurements Yearbook. Mental Measurements Yearbook provides reviews of articles or of instruments. So we'll do the same search for self-regulation and learning, again with the Boolean search term and. Click on search. And we have 15 results. We can see right here. Again, the results are down below. There are a variety of self-regulation and learning instruments available here. So you would scroll down until you find one that seems like it's useful for you if you're considering learning and study strategies inventory. So this is an inventory in the second edition. And so we can click on that. And what we get below is some publication information about the instrument, and then there's a review of the learning and study strategies inventory. So this is what Mental Measurements Yearbook it provides a review of the actual instrument and how it has been used. So again, we do not provide access to these instruments because they are prohibitively expensive, but what we provide are reviews to the instruments and some examples of, as found in Health and Psychosocial Instrument, links to articles using those instruments. As well, you could go into the library's databases and just conduct an actual search in the EBSCOhost databases for articles that might have used any of the instruments that you find. Okay, I hope you found this useful. I'll look forward to hearing your comments if you have any. Thanks for listening.